I'm Brian Anderson. With Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And it's the Grizzlies to start it out. Here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Pulls up on the wing. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Stan, in terms of style of play, these teams are very similar.
Well, Brian, look, there's great shooters on both sides, and it's really tough to stay connected to those guys defensively because of how much they stretch the floor with their incredible shooting range.
A lot of stress on the defense, these two.
Smooth and fast release from Bane that time.
Pass to Daniels. Johnson with it. To the inside. And stolen by Jackson. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Fires the three. And another three from Memphis.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
Here's Daniels. They can't stop the run with that one. And here's Morant. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Bane, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Young can't hit. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential. Pass to Adebayo. Right side, Young. Back to Adebayo. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here they come. The three from Bane. Adebayo grabs the board. Hawks trail by 7. On the wing, Daniels. Knocks down the long J. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. 6 to shoot. And again, Memphis no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Pass to Daniels. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy. They're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, it's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
Truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. And he gets that one.
Well, Young saw how the defense was going to play the pick and roll, and that was all he needed to create a score for himself.
Timeout called. Memphis. Started. And Atlanta making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Morant looking for an opening. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
Knocks down the triple. Edey's got 5 now.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
To the middle. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Now Morant. He has 6. Right side Bane. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Memphis.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's LeVert. Pass to Adebayo. Back to LeVert. Launches it. Desmond Bane getting it done for Memphis. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the score by Atlanta. Jackson for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 3. Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Here's Huff. Still without a bucket. Count that one. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The kick out to Johnson. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, your goal there has to be to stop Young first, so that'll open up things for other people.
Morant into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And Atlanta making a change here. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Adebayo from long range. Memphis with a rebound. On the wing, Bane. 9 points in the game. Banked it in off the glass. And now a 3-point Memphis lead.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
From outside the arc. Oh, Trey virtually automatic from deep.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
Hawks ball.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Daniels. Outside Young. This one for three. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Pippen. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. And there's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul. Kennard outside. Lets the three fly. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Hawks lead by 3. Pass to Reza Shea. Fires the three. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Yeah, Young's playmaking is very reliable. He's got impressive vision.
The ball's knocked loose. On the push, here comes Atlanta.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
Now here's Lively. The kick out to Young. Back to Lively. Young looking for an opening. No dice from the high post. Grizzlies trail by 5. Kennard outside. Jackson with it. Now LeVert defending. Kennard for 3. Lively grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. 36 seconds left in the first half. Kennard with it. Yet to see a basket. Fires in the triple.
Well, this is what they pay Kennard to do. He's led the league in three-point percentage multiple times.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Fires for 3. Just merciless. The answer by Young at the arc.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Pippen. Here's Huff. Just 3 on the clock. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Atlanta leading by 5. Pass to Daniels. Over to the left wing. Here's Christie. Clock at 6. Here's Young. Kennard with the rebound. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Young. After the basket by Memphis. Good on the shot.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Timeout called. Memphis. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. Another shot. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 7 points in the game.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
That was your Grizzlies Duke team. All right, we hear you once again.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Young. It's stolen. Here's Pippen. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
And Atlanta with possession here. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Clock at 4. The kick out to Johnson. Here's the 3. Memphis with a rebound. Outside Morant.
This player personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edey. He's got 7 for the lead. And he lays it up and in. Edey's got 9.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Christie's shot is off.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Pass to Edey. And here's Bane. Here's Edey. Hounded by Adebayo. Back to Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Morant. Shot's no good. Made 4. He's missed 4 now. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
And Atlanta making a change here. Young from long range. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Atlanta shooting their first free throw this game. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Pass to Christie. Outside Johnson. Here's Daniels. And here's Johnson. Guarded by Bane. Shot clock at 6. To the wing, right side. Christie. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Christie's got 6 points in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Christie. Here's Daniels. Intercepted. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Well, he is such a blur in transition. Morant goes from 0 to 60 faster than a sports car.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Pass to Rizachet. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Atlanta shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
Now into the line for the Hawks. Number 13, Bam Adebayo.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. And here's LeVert for 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. He's been effective. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Pass to Pippen. Back to Morant. Here's Pippen. Back to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morant fights through contact inside.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Left side, Young. Inside. Here's Christie. And that one is hammered home.
You want to take away the shooting of Young, but in the pick and roll, Trae can dish it effectively.
Here's Morant. From deep, Bane. Here's Pippen. And he jams it home with authority.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Here's Adebayo. A three off the inbound. Here's Daniels. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Outside Bane. Pass to Pippen. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 6. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Here's Young. Grizzlies with the rebound. Bane surveying the D. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the basket by Pippen.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Young. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. That's tipped. Here they come with numbers in transition. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Here's Christie. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Back to Young. Pass to Adebayo. It's deflected. Outside Morant. Into the lane. Rebounded by Johnson.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, electric move by Morant.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Here's Christie. The kick out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Young. Cash.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
There's 47 seconds left in the game.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Yeah, with the game on the line. Adebayo wants the ball, and he delivers.
Here's Morant. Adebayo grabs the board.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
2 points. That one goes. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Right side, Morant. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else.